Suffering is quiet. It doesn't always scream. Sometimes it creeps in like a shadow, unnoticed by everyone else, but felt by you deeply and relentlessly. People pass by you, smile at you, speak to you, but they don't see it. They don't feel the weight you carry inside, because suffering is personal. It lives in the spaces between your thoughts. It hides behind the "I'm fine" you whisper when you're anything but. And this is where suffering begins. It's teaching, not by shouting, but by isolating. It forces you inward. It pulls you away from distractions. And in that silence, it starts to whisper truths no one else can give you. Pain changes people, not just in how they act, but in what they believe. About the world, about themselves. But here's the thing. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is a portal. A passage. It opens doors that comfort will never unlock. When you're hurting, you're forced to face what you've ignored. You're forced to slow down, to see what your soul has been trying to tell you for years. The loss, the heartbreak, the betrayal. They weren't punishments. They were messages. And if you walk through the pain instead of running from it, you will arrive at a version of yourself that's wiser, kinder, and more alive. We live in a world full of escapes. Social media, food, work, validation, alcohol, attention, anything to avoid feeling what hurts. But the truth is, you can't outrun what's inside you. The more you numb, the deeper the wound burrowed. You can cover it, distract from it, pretend it's not there, but it doesn't go away. Healing begins when you stop avoiding, when you sit with the ache, when you allow the tears, when you listen to the pain like it's a sacred guide. Because it is. You don't need more distractions. You need more honesty. And suffering will keep knocking until you open the door. Suffering makes us feel small. It makes us feel like life is unfair and we're powerless to stop it. And sometimes, that's true. But staying in victimhood too long keeps us stuck. It traps us in the story. This happened to me. I'm broken. I'll never recover. But the turning point is this. Realizing that, yes, pain happened, but now it's your responsibility to decide what it will mean. Will it destroy you or will it rebuild you? Growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from choosing to rise anyway, even when it hurts, even when it's slow, even when no one claps for you. When everything falls apart, it feels like punishment, but often it's the universe shaking you awake. Pain has a purpose, and that purpose is awakening, waking you up from illusions, from cycles, from people who don't love you, from roles you were never meant to play. Your suffering is a sacred interruption. It stops you long enough to ask, what have I been tolerating? What have I been afraid to face? Who have I become and why? When life hurts, it's not trying to ruin you, it's trying to realign you. All suffering holds a mirror, and the question is, will you look? What you fear, what you crave, what you avoid. It all rises to the surface when you're in pain. Heartbreak reveals your need for validation. Loss reveals your fear of being alone. Failure reveals how deeply you tie your worth to achievement. And this is the uncomfortable magic of suffering. It doesn't just hurt, it reveals. It forces you to confront what's been hiding. Don't turn away. Look closer. Because what you see in that mirror is not weakness. It's the starting point of your transformation. One of the greatest causes of suffering is this, believing that life should be fair. You gave your heart, you stayed loyal, you did everything right, and they still left. They still hurt you. Life still fell apart. And that hurts deeply. Not just because of the loss, but because of the injustice. But here's the truth. The universe doesn't always reward fairness. It rewards alignment. Your job is not to make sense of why others treated you poorly. Your job is to return to yourself, to heal, to grow, to become someone so strong, the past loses its grip. Life isn't fair, but it can still be beautiful. And you can still rise. It's easy to build your identity around your wounds, to say, I'm the one who was abandoned. I'm the one who failed. I'm the one no one loves. But you are not your pain. You are the person who survived it. You're not here to stay stuck in the story. You're here to write a new one. The more you tell yourself, this is just who I am now, the more you trap yourself in a prison of your own making. Your pain happened to you, but your healing will happen through you and your identity. That's something you get to reclaim. Suffering feels like death. But what if it's actually birth? What if this version of you was never meant to last? What if the breakdown was divine? A sacred crumbling to make space for who you're really here to become. After every storm, the ground is softer. After every fire, the forest regrows. And after every heartbreak, the soul has a chance to open wider than before. This isn't the end, it's the threshold. You're not broken, you're being remade. And soon, you'll see why it had to hurt. You don't have to love the suffering, but you can learn from it. And when you do, you'll realize something beautiful. The pain didn't come to destroy you, it came to awaken you. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, press the thumbs up and share it with others. It helps spread the message of inner peace. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this.